Welcome to Digital's YouTube channel. Today we are going to see about the CAMS IPO, a company analysis. Before proceeding into the IPO, we are going to see about the overview and what CAMS do, and then what are the information. I mean what they do in background, everything. Before proceeding to the video, we request you to donate something because we don't take any money from any investors or any advertisers to maintain this channel. Even we don't earn any money from YouTube also. So kindly provide your support by donating this one. Okay, then we'll proceed with the detailed review now. So first is about CAMS. So the CAMS was established in 1988. They are a financial infrastructure and service provider in the background to the various companies like mutual funds, insurances, alternate investment funds, and this CAMS is headquartered in Chennai. They are the largest register and transfer agent. So as of the July 2020, they have an aggregate market share of around 70% to the mutual funds average asset under management by its clients. So they have various shareholders including NSE, HDFC Bank, HDB Trust, and its promoter with almost 93.5% before the IPO. So they provide both business to business service and business to consumer service also, and they have various touch points in the India. Along with they have white label call center, online, mobile app, and chatbot services. So we first see about what is the CAMS business service and offices. First one is electronic payment collection. So CAMS does this one for because so everyone will be investing in mutual funds and do a SIP, creating a mandate and all. So everything related to mutual fund electronic payment collection will be facilitated to the system only. And then regarding the insurance, so everyone knows when we hold stocks in our demat account. Similarly, an insurance policy can also stored in a digital format like insurance e-repository. So that is also CAMS is doing the business. And alternate investment funds are like uh, they do on investments like hedge fund, those kind of services. And then banking and non-banking services like so if you're going to apply for a home loan or a personal loan through CAMS, the CAMS will process all those documents and send it to the banking. They will do all those banking activities. And non-banking services like you if you're going to update I mean update your nominee information in your mutual fund folios like that. And then KYC registration agency. So this one is for KYC registration for every mutual fund investment or stock market investment. So you need to complete that KYC registration. So that CAMS also doing that kind of business. And software solutions business. So they do software lending to the other clients as like ERP. And then they do RTA, that is register and transfer agent. So they do verification of share or return. I mean, if someone is going to give bonus to a company, so they do all kind of verification, like how much share has been which needs to be given to a person in investor, those kind of information. Along with that, they have 4 back office delivery centers in India and 1 BCP site at Mumbai, and 271 customer service centers in India, along with 4,000 some employees. And they have various distribution franchises in India. So and then the shareholders. So CAMS is co-owned by various subsidiaries. I mean, subsidiaries in the sense various companies like NSC Investments, Warburg Pincus, Fairing Capital, Access, HDFC Group. So these are the main investors. Uh, and the next one is okay. We are going to see about the biggest shareholders in the CAMS. So Great Terrain is having major share, and NSCIL is the second holder who is having next one highest shareholding. So this IPO is due to the SEBI compliance on the NSCIL to unload their shares. Okay, so that's why this IPO is getting listed. Okay, and then so they are regulated and aggregated intermediary. So they are regulated by SEBI from 1983, and any complaints to uh, CAMS can be addressed via SCORES project of SEBI complaint system. And then they has been qualified as they've been qualified as uh, classified as QRTA. I mean, one of the qualified RTA, register and transfer agent, and they do provide service to AMFI from 2002 for intermediate governance, and they have been approved by ISO standards. So, what about the key metrics of Kansas? They have 70% of the market share of the asset under management, around 19 billion as of July 2020. They almost process of 266 trillion worth of uh, transactions as pay in and payout, and they do record keeping of 71 million folios in the sense account number, their accounts in the mutual fund, and they have 6 million investor service requests in average, and they do process 320 million financial transactions, and then 109 million investor distributed record reports. Okay, and the market share of the CAMS. Okay, so we actually we have some competitor in same business line in India as like CAMS. They are Karvi and Sundaram and Franklin. Okay, but Sundaram percentage is very low. Then they already merged with Karvi. So now the competition is CAMS, Karvi, and Franklin. But the issue with Franklin is Franklin won't provide services to other clients other than Franklin Mutual Fund or Franklin AMC. So we no need to consider about the Franklin. We can ignore them. They have only equal competitor as Karvi. So this is the market share of the CAMS. And then for financial company financial, we'll check. So the revenue has been consistently growing, and then their profit PAT, I mean that is a profit after tax. So it has been consistently growing due to the recent investments in the equities and equity related investments in India. So okay, so we have this breakup of revenues. So we can able to see that the revenues in the data processing, and then miscellaneous services getting increased. So the revenue is getting increases in a linear manner. So they are putting company financials also. So coming to the CAMS growth projection. So in India we have approximately 30% of the savings rate, when compared to the that's almost 1/3 of the income earned by every individual in India. So if you consider this one, so since there is the interest rate reduction and then physical stimulus which will impact the interest rate in the FDs. So hereafter, the fixed deposit won't give that much return in future. So everyone is going to invest in the mutual fund. So the CAMS is going to gain traction since they are the intermediary for AMCs and stockholders. So this is the AM to GDP. So if you consider India is having very lowest AM to GDP. So when you compare it with GDP, our asset under management is only 1 by 8. Or if you compare to the US or Canada, it's very big and they have very huge AM asset under management. So hereafter, India will going to gain much asset under management due to the everyone is going to shift from the fixed deposit to the mutual fund investments. So it is going to gain. So we don't need to worry about the growth projection of the CAMS. And if you ask me, will you invest in this fund? I mean, sorry, will you invest in this IPO? I'm sure because they don't have any equal competitor in India currently. I mean, they do have Kavi, but when you see, it's like a duopoly business. Both even CAMS or Kavi, anyone is going to gain traction due to this growth projection. So they are going to. I mean, I'm damn sure without them, I mean, without mutual funds, we are not. Our survival of fittest is going to. It's very difficult actually. So everyone is investing, even people who have less knowledge in investments are investing in the mutual funds nowadays. So it's better to invest during IPO itself to gain much more profit. That's all from Digivix. So thank you for watching this video and kindly subscribe. Thank you.